Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears at McLean Stadium. Boats lining the Brazos as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buffaloes will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Baylor Bears offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is. To this
situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game.
Going for a big play right off the bat. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. On the move. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Leaves it with the running back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys.
And he breaks into the open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. To the ground. He's got it again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Leaves it with the back. And the Buffaloes get enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you
goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking for space. It's quick.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's right on target. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give on 4th down. The Buffaloes will move the sticks. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They're getting this guy lathered up. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third down play from the gun. Gets it out quickly. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Buffaloes will try to pick it up on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in fourth and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
And the Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by 7 over Stanford. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
He'll try it again. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line. The first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Caught in the backfield, it's Kent. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to power their way ahead. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to run for it. The Buffaloes get it past the sticks.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about
headed to the end zone. Touchdown Bears! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what's...
Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They'll run it from the gun. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Going to the draw. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll throw it on first down. Caught. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. He's looking.
They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
It's complete. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brock. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Bears will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. He wants to throw. He's got his man.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.